Sports news coming up next on Steelcast.
So let's get into it. Okay, so we're on, and
So we're back on Zoom.
woo! No, I don't like this. At least I get
I
it
see
better.
you got a new mic set up.
Yep, even a new webcam. So I'm on a different computer. It'll run a lot better.
As you can see, I'm just still on the laptop.
I mean, it was not that bad for all this. Definitely not what I was expecting to buy it for. But we're gonna leave it. I'm not gonna say it because just no.
So if you did see last episode, we were really scrambling to find stuff.
And now, like this week, it did it for us.
Literally,
with MLB
like
and
2 minutes
everything.
ago, there's stuff popping up left and right news. So on my notifications. So what did you want to get to first?
I wanted to talk about the MLB first because I thought
MLB,
that's a really big story.
Okay.
That's one of the bigger stories this week.
Okay, so I do have the inside scoop. I wouldn't say inside scoop. I read the news articles about that, so I do know a little bit about that. So I believe it was a couple days ago. Miami Marlins, couple players tested positive, and I don't know the exact number a couple days ago, but I know right now it's up to 17. And they postponed yesterday's game and today's game. By the way, it is Tuesday the 28th when we were recording this, just in case if it doesn't go up.
Yeah.
That time, if you don't know what I'm talking about, saying today. And so, so they postponed the 27th and the 28th game. And for Miami and Philly, because Miami was at Philly.
Yeah.
And
they're quarantining down there right now, I believe.
Yeah, the question, because then now the Washington Nationals, they go down to Miami this weekend starting Friday, I believe. And they just voted no, like they don't want to go down at all.
Yeah.
So my question was like, everyone wants to know like what's going to happen, is the MLB going to cancel?
Not exactly sure.
And like the other question is, because Miami's not a very good team. Yeah. They want to know what would happen if it was someone like Dodgers, Yankees, Houston. But I was thinking like, if they have so many postponed games, they're gonna have to tack on games at the end of the season.
Yeah. Or
so many days, and they're just gonna have to push back the timeline.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing
unless it's like not important, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the thing, like I haven't heard really much about it. All I've heard is that they got it from a charter flight. They're trying to track down all the people that they came in contact with. They're quarantining right now. But all I've heard is the news has said even questions are coming in the season. I was like, at this point, I would just say, if some teams, if you really want to do it, keep the season going. I would say just take that team out and just, well, it would be tough because they would have to change the season around and stuff. But if it's not too many teams that catch it, then you could probably take a few out and kind of rework the season around it. But if it gets to a point where there's way too many teams coming out, I don't see how they're going to have a season, or they might have to have a later season, and that would just cause problems and stuff.
Well, that's why they're postponing the games basically, so they stop the spread.
Yeah.
They don't want it to keep going from team to team.
Definitely a good idea, but I was just saying, it's really tough to say right now what they're going to do because it's early in the season, and plus it's just going to continually probably get worse, this problem. But we're not even sure what's going to happen next. I have a feeling it's going to be after all the preseason stuff for all the high school sports. They're just going to get canceled right after that. I have a feeling. That's my thought. Just fun times.
I just realized you have a different background on.
Oh, yeah. Well, I moved computers, so I decided, you know what, let's mix it up a little bit, and let's go with
I've kept the same one this whole time.
At the point.
I could change it. Maybe get the Steelcast background. I don't know. I kind of like this. Yeah, the scenery of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, well, I would say MLB's handling it great, but right now, what's going on with the MLS is that they're actually in the round of 16 right now,
Yeah.
and it's
Columbus is playing tonight, actually.
Columbus plays Minnesota tonight, and
Yeah.
we have
LAFC
Portland
just
playing
won yesterday,
Cincinnati.
4-1.
Yeah,
There's been some good games. I did see the
Philadelphia versus New
penalty
England.
shootout one.
Yeah, that was Sporting KC versus Vancouver. Yeah, I have it up here, and we have in the next round, we have Orlando versus LAFC, and then Philadelphia versus Sporting, and then I'm surprised by this. New York FC actually made it through.
They beat Toronto. I saw that.
3-1. I was very surprised. But then again, they will either have
Toronto was not doing too good. They had a very slow start.
Yeah.
They didn't have their top striker in either.
That's bad.
Most goals in the MLS in the tournament, I guess.
I mean, if you're talking about soccer, sometimes you got to have like that attacking to defensive ratio. But sometimes if you're more of that, like at one point, there's this one team in the Premier League, Liverpool, had a very good offense and not a bad defense. But the thing was, is they kept winning games because their offense was so good. They would just score so many goals, and then they would get scored on a lot, but they would still at least be above them because of how many goals they scored.
Yeah.
And I think most MLS teams focus on the attacking part of the team. They never really focus on the defensive part sometimes. So really the better team like LAFC, when you watch them, it's like a very even rounded team. So you watch and it's like compared to other teams, that's why they keep winning, because they're so evenly rounded on the field and stuff. But any predictions for the Columbus and Minnesota and Portland and Cincinnati game?
I'm gonna go Portland and Columbus. Also, my prediction for the winner. I know the championship is the 11th, August 11th, I believe. And I think it's either gonna be Columbus or LAFC.
Yeah,
because I think they're both gonna win their next round, and they're gonna have to play each other to go into the finals. I think whoever wins that game is gonna win.
I would say on the other side, I would say if possible, I would say Philadelphia could get maybe one of them for run for their money, but the way the left side is set up, like with New York FC winning versus Toronto, and not saying
that they might have a good run up.
Yeah, not saying anything about like all the teams there, but I just think Philadelphia is one of the stronger sides.
Really?
I would say I would say the game to watch, the next game to watch is Sporting KC versus Philadelphia. My excuse. But it would be pretty cool to see an upset by Cincinnati versus Portland, and have an upset. But then again, whoever wins the Sporting KC versus Philadelphia pretty much just goes to the championship. But they could surprise you. But the way it's looking right now is it's like the one side's really strong, heavy teams like Columbus and all of them are really strong, heavy teams, really good. And then you got the top four teams like in the round of 16 with them, and
But if I did just have to pick one team out of everyone, I'm gonna have to go with LAFC to win it all.
Yeah.
I think they are definitely the strongest team.
Yeah, they just look
in the tournament.
They just look really good,
especially
versus LA Galaxy. The one game it was at halftime. They didn't look too bad during the first half.
They scored like 4 or 5 goals in the second half.
But I mean,
maybe it wasn't that many. I just remembered it was a lot.
In the second half, it was like they got off to an okay start. They scored like right after come out of the half, and I think after that, it just looked like they had the run of play, and they just got LA Galaxy tired, and they just popped 4 right in there, just goal after goal after goal. I mean, if you were Orlando or Columbus or one of the teams that they're going to probably verse the next thing, is pretty much just try to go out and take the run of play in your hands instead of theirs. Because if they get the run of play, then you're done.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happened in the LA Galaxy, where LA Galaxy came out really strong in the first half, but they kind of lost it in the second because they kind of gave LAFC to just control the game. But yeah.
So I don't know if we talked about this last time. I do know we talked about potential team names for Washington.
Oh yeah.
But
did they finally
Washington football team? Did we talk about that?
Yeah, we talked about that. But did they finally go with it, or?
They
Okay.
finally, yeah, they're going with Washington football team. I
So
remember us
FT instead of
picking.
FC. If it's FT, I'm okay because it shouldn't be FC.
They're just picking that. They're just picking that. I think until
They decide.
they find an actual name. But for right now, they're just Washington football team.
Yeah, well, I mean, just go with the Hogs. Just go with the Hogs, mate.
The Hogs.
Yeah, go with the Hogs.
I think Warriors would be cool.
Yeah, Warriors would also be cool because you could kind of have like this cool, like almost like Spartan type looking character, maybe, or like some type of play. But like, yeah, I heard Washington FC. I was like, no, just don't do it. Just don't do FC. No FC, please.
They'll be Washington FC pretty soon.
Because then everybody would be like, everybody would think it's like an actual like soccer club because everybody like LAFC, Los Angeles Football Club for soccer, and it's like if you take that, that's kind of it would be weird.
It'd be like they already have DC United. Like there's another MLS Washington team.
They need to switch DC United to DC FC just because.
Just to mess with them.
Yeah, just to mess with them. Or no, they should switch it to Washington FC just to be very mean. So they have to find another team name.
You say this that like last time I remember we talked about it, and then like a day after they came out with Washington football team. Maybe it was a little after. I don't know, but in like a day or two they'll change it to Washington FC or something.
Yeah, in a day or two when they want to make me a little mad, they switch it to one of the things. I wanna mind one of the. I would just want to see Hogs. I just want to see what the mascot would look like for Hogs. Just cause the name's just epic. Like and the next game here, it is the Ravens versus Hogs.
Well, I'm gonna try and look up some of these names real quick. I know we did this last time.
I believe it was Warriors, something to deal with wolves or coyotes, and then you had Hogs.
But
Not sure if they're saying anything about that or not. I haven't really looked lately, so.
All right. So I'm gonna try and share this.
Oh boy, this is the first time we share pictures.
You do have to give me permission to share it.
Ooh.
Just real quick.
Lovely. Yeah. Well, you can now too, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right. Let me get things to plug in here.
Get things to plug in. Yeah, this is
so we can look at some of these
poor planning
logos.
Poor planning.
Should have had this ready ahead of time.
I know, yeah.
All right.
And there we go. It works. Oh, but it just says started screen sharing.
Oh, here. Let me
It
just.
doesn't say anything about. It doesn't show anything on my screen.
All right. Here we go.
Hey.
So this is their logo right now. Just Washington football team.
Oh boy.
Here's some of like the things people want. Like there's the Warriors, the Red Hawks.
Ooh, the Red Tails look really
Tails. Cool. The monuments down there.
The
Washington triangles.
What does that say? Washington evolution. What? What did that one say?
Let me just.
Washington evolution. Oh, evolution of the Washington Redskins jersey. Washington.
But I think they said they're going to keep those colors.
Don't do Red Hawks. Please don't do Red Hawks.
I know, yeah, because this is kind of.
Oh, it's 4 days ago too.
All right, I'm going to stop share now.
All I have to say is that actually looks clean. That looks clean. nice, like simple logo and everything. Just.
They had a better name. I did see memes. They're like, who did you lose to? Like the Washington football team. Like that's their like real name. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds dumb now that I'm saying it. There was a better one. I just don't remember it right now.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see this year. It's going to be funny to see. Washington comes out on the field and it just.
So they gotta get new jerseys and helmets.
Yeah.
And that could just be for like 1 year too.
I know. Like, well, it was like this year with high school sports with the volleyball team. We actually got new jerseys for our
Mm.
volleyball team, and I think it's because we're getting a new school and everything.
Yeah.
I think we could possibly go rebrand, and we could actually get even newer ones. And we didn't even wear the jerseys that we had this year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be so bummed because those jerseys that we had this year look so cool. It was an
They'll
improvement
probably
from
keep
last.
them. I would guess, right?
What?
I would assume they try and keep them if they could.
No, I'm assuming they're gonna try to keep them and stuff, but I mean, if they have to rebrand and stuff, then you kind of
Yeah.
have to go and do it. But yeah. So I heard something about Mahomes owning something now.
Okay, so here we get to a funny little story.
Oh boy, story time!
There once was a man named Patrick Mahomes.
He
So,
lived,
you know,
didn't
he
he?
just signed his contract, like 450 mil, could be
Mhm.
503 mil. We went in depth on that,
Yeah.
you know, a couple videos ago. I think it was two
He's rich.
videos
He's
ago.
already rich. He's already rich. There's your
So,
exclusive
literally
content.
5 minutes before we did this, we're getting word that Mahomes is a part owner of the Kansas City Royals. With his new money, he was like able to buy part of it, part of the Kansas City Royals.
Oh, the baseball team. Sorry, I had to think for a
Yes.
second. Yeah, baseball team.
Yeah, because he was, if you remember, he was trying to choose between baseball and football.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So, yeah, his dad was a major league pitcher, it says.
Yeah.
I have another notification here about football. Joe Burrow, number 1 pick,
Yep.
36.1 million.
Dang.
That's his contract.
Wow. Quarterback or sorry, I
Quarterback,
can't
yeah,
remember.
for the Bengals.
Yeah. I can't remember where Joe Burrow was going to college
LSU.
at. LSU? Okay,
Yeah.
I was thinking of the right college. I couldn't remember. It was one of it was either Clemson, LSU.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't Clemson because there's that long
Because he was at
line.
Ohio State first, and then
Yeah.
he transferred to LSU.
I would say the one quarterback that was at Ohio State last year. I'm not sure if he's this year. I wasn't sure. I can't remember if he was a senior or not last year, but he looked like he kind of had the feel of like a Lamar Jackson type running back, or I should say, a quarterback, except he could actually throw.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Lamar Jackson isn't a bad quarterback, but I just say he should just run. He should just go and be running back. The way he runs constantly, it's like it doesn't look like he's at like an actual.
I did think he got better at throwing this year.
I know, yeah, he definitely did.
I mean, it is only his second year, so maybe he'll get better over time.
Yeah, we'll see, but like it was just like it's just like when you watch like football games, you expect a quarterback to kind of sit back sometimes, but when you saw Lamar Jackson, it's like wait, what? Wait a second, is that the quarterback or is that the running back? But like it was just like it was like you look at the Ohio State and you're like they're very similar, and I was just like because they rush but we'll see what happens with them and stuff. Definitely. Well, I want to see what happens with the college football season because that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah,
if it's conference play, then yeah.
Sadly, no new news about that.
I know. No, the SEC didn't decide.
But you'll know when we get it. We
might make an exclusive one on that day, and I will probably upload it on that day just to like say, whoa.
If you want to make sure you catch that, you make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure it is white, not red.
Make sure to watch the last one to understand the joke behind that. Oh my gosh. We went so in depth that last time when we were trying to figure out topics and just.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So I heard you got your permit today? We're gonna go on.
That's the topic.
Yeah, this is the new topic. The probably one of the last topics is permits. Like,
well,
it actually finally got his permit. I don't have it yet.
I actually have more sports news.
Ooh, more
actually
sports news.
NHL.
Oh my gosh.
NHL Life Inside the Hub. Toronto and Edmonton.
Mhm.
I saw. Let me see if I can pull up a picture, actually, of the arena, because I do believe we
Does it
did that. We
look?
didn't do that last time for
Yeah.
NBA.
Does it look kind of like the NBA one where it's screens around it,
Yes.
or yeah? Okay.
Let's see if I can figure this out. All right. So this is what it will look like. I'm gonna try and screen share
Yeah.
again.
Well, I'm just gonna keep waiting. Well, while he's doing that, I'm going to speak to you about a public service announcement. The public service announcement is stay at your freaking. No, I'm kidding.
All right. Here we go. We're on again.
Woohoo!
All right.
Oh, that looks sick.
So yeah, we're gonna
Oh, that
have
looks so cool.
things down here on the, so
Yeah,
no people. You don't need chairs. They're gonna
yeah,
have those tarps covering up most of the bottom stuff,
yeah,
and then those screens there, and then the logo. They're just gonna have the Stanley Cup. I think
yeah.
this is better. This is better. This is definitely better than NBA. I think.
NBA, I was like, okay, NBA is cool and stuff. I was watching it
And
because it was like
actually,
pretty much
today
screens
they're going to
around
be
everything.
starting exhibition games.
Yeah.
I'm going to be watching the Penguins and the Flyers. Let's go Pens.
Let's go
Hopefully
Pens.
we get the dub.
Oh, who's the
4.
two up there? They actually have 2 versus 2 to 1, and it looks.
It's Penguins and then a Flyers logo.
But look at that! I'm looking at the small little details of this crap.
If you can see that.
Oh yes, that's the predictable score. Except that's going to be 5.
2
That's
to
going
1.
to be 0. I hope.
Maybe they already recorded it. Welcome back to Conspiracy Theories with Steelcast.
What if they already had? What if it already happened and they showed a picture? It looks like it's in this. It's in between, like.
They're probably just. This is definitely Toronto. Then I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah, this is Toronto because the Raptors.
I'm assuming,
so this is what the Toronto one will look like. And I'm assuming they're just testing this out because this is the first game that's going to happen.
Yeah. I still think they should keep that up at the beginning of the game, just cause.
Yep. See, it says
add a little bit to that too. There, I think will be good.
Eastern Conference. But I wonder where they're going to go for the Stanley Cup final. They're going to have to pick one place. And
yeah.
Life Inside the Hub.
Hmm.
So I'm just going to keep this up.
Yeah.
Unless you want to take it down, I don't know.
Oh no, since we're talking about NHL, I just want to look at this for a little bit, just because
the Canadian
looks
flag
so much
too.
better than that NBA thing. That NBA thing, just they were like.
I've seen so much hockey. I've memorized the Canadian national anthem by now. But
yeah, but remember the one point, like I don't know, was it a couple years ago when like it was in Canada, it was one of the Canada teams, and like the mic cut out and stuff, and they sang the whole Star Spangled Banner for the like thing for the one team, and then yeah, and we all know that Americans could not sing "O Canada" over. We would.
Well,
like,
I know Montreal, they do it a little different. I think they do a little bit in English and a little bit in French.
Ooh. Then
I don't know the French version, but that might be something to work on, I guess. But back to what we were talking about, Life Inside the Hub. They are living the dream, essentially.
Yeah.
They walk into their rooms. They have a whole hallway just for their team, essentially.
Oh my God.
They have banners. I wish I could show you a picture. Here, I'm going to stop share real quick. I'm going to try and find a picture. Let me just figure this out.
We're all gonna find this out together if you haven't heard about this. So
yes.
Yeah, I have not heard about this.
Life Inside the Hub. They are living the freaking dream. It is so much better than some of the other things.
Yeah.
I may have to go here real quick. I'm checking, but let me just tell you a little bit about it before, if I find it.
Yeah.
So basically, the players walk in.
Yep.
And they have their whole hallway decorated for them. They go in, and the NHL actually took pictures of their families and put it on their dressers and stuff.
That's just it.
They get buffets.
Ooh.
They have it like, every day, just a breakfast buffet. They make their pregame meals. It's just.
I want that. Can I have that, please? Just. I
Alright.
wouldn't mind a breakfast buffet constantly. In the morning.
Okay, I'm trying to find it. I don't know.
Just search up a team and see if you can find it like through their hallway. So like do Pittsburgh or like Edmonton or Toronto or something like that.
Here, I'm just gonna look up like NHL Hub.
Yeah, life in the hub. Life in the hub.
Alright. So, let me just try this here.
More screen sharing. This is the fun part about this podcast is we don't give a crap how
We
long
can
it takes.
screen share whatever we want.
Yeah.
So,
Like a
this
big
is
Ooh.
Toronto.
Dang.
This is the Toronto floor.
Wow. Can I have that, please?
They like decorated the elevators and the doors and crap. Look at even the carpets and stuff.
Yeah.
That carpet might have already been there.
I'm assuming the carpet already been there since it probably is Toronto Stadium.
All right, I'm gonna try and find something else here. Let me just stop share real quick.
All I have to say is a lot of the players there are probably just enjoying that because it looks so sick. Even no matter what team it is, it would probably look really cool. And if they even have the carpets to match, that would be like just epic.
So I found this account. It's called NHL Hub.
Oh boy!
It has all this stuff. I'm like, yes. So, let me see. They have tennis courts there. There's a video of Penguins players playing tennis before they. And like here, I have like a schedule here. I'm just gonna scroll down and show you some of this stuff.
Yeah, just show me a lot of it, and then.
All right. So this is like their schedule, I guess.
Yep.
Meeting in
Who are you
progress.
picking it on?
The Carolina Panthers, little typo there. It's supposed to be Hurricanes.
Uh-huh.
They have their own breakfast buffet by team.
Wow.
Pre-game meals. See, there's the omelet bar.
Yo, that looks sick. Can I just like show up there and just steal some of that food? Because I am hungry now.
Let's see. Oh, those are just
Slides.
yeah.
Oh, they're just doing fun stuff. Bubble life. This is the
The
news
tunnel.
we get into.
The bubble
Jeez.
tunnel.
Yeah, just the amount of stuff they're putting into this so that like
Yeah, I did see a video. Oh my gosh.
wow. Let's watch
Okay.
Goku.
What was he watching?
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh. There was a locker room, I think, like. Whoa. Okay, that's Edmonton. The Western Conference is in Edmonton.
Oh yes, let's go.
They are
Football.
playing spike ball on a oh my god.
on
They have access to that is the Toronto FC field, I do believe.
Soccer field. It's not a football field. I know that. Well, it could be one. Well,
We're
it
gonna be
also
in
could be one
Toronto
of
Hub.
it also could be like one of the
This is the locker rooms.
Oh, nice. It also could be one
All
of
right.
the field could also be one of the team like Canadian football teams fields.
I
I'm
do
not
want to
sure if it
see.
is.
All
It
right.
looks more like the Toronto.
So this
FC.
is what they were greeted to, essentially.
Oh.
This is their breakfast buffet.
Gosh. That jeez.
You see Elias Peterson in the middle. Pedersen, not Peterson.
Yeah.
He was like filming the whole thing, so
I know, yeah.
hopefully that'll come out sometime soon. We can see some of that. Yeah, but
I
there was
think
that, and this
doctors
is
should
what
get
the
this
players were
treatment.
greeted to.
Yeah.
Pictures of their families and stuff. So that's what I want to show you, but we just like scrolled through everything there.
And,
All right, I'm gonna stop share here.
that's just for like hockey teams and stuff. That's a lot. At this point, you should just give the doctors that too, just to stay at the hospital. Just
Yeah.
build onto that and just have the doctors stay there constantly. I mean,
Well,
personally, I
and, like,
wouldn't mind that.
NBA
Like,
is,
anybody
like,
wants to hook us up, we'll accept it.
I heard NBA's do not nearly as much for them.
NBA.
So maybe
that's
I'm wrong.
throwable.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It's not like
I don't know.
NBA. When you hear NBA, it's like NBA.
Mm.
NFL. It's like NFL, NHL, Major League Soccer, NBA. MLS soccer, I would say, is kind of like starting to show up a little bit more because of all this. But
because of they're like the
but
only thing on.
NBA is still that kind of thing where it's like you either love to watch it, you like the game of basketball, or you either hate it or you just kind of like, I don't really want to watch it. I just nah. Like for me personally, I don't mind watching basketball. I just
Every now and then.
I mean, the scores so
Before
high.
everything shut down, I tried to watch, basketball game.
Yeah.
Maybe Wednesdays. I don't know. It's whenever there was not like a hockey game or something else. Because I tried to watch mostly every Pens game.
Yeah, definitely. Well, all I have to say is we're soon ending this, but I want you to go out check out AA Productions, our original channel, and our Steelman Gaming. Also, soon to be out, probably around Thursday, is my first video on my own channel called Shadownick. Go check that out. Make sure to subscribe both to AA Productions and my Shadownick channel so we can get a race going to 50 subscribers.
Race to 50 subscribers.
We'll come up with an idea later. We'll announce it probably on this podcast to what we are actually going to do as punishment or something. When we get closer to it. We're not deciding yet, but
we might put it on Shadownick, Steelman, AA, everything. I don't know.
We'll probably put it on all of them. Probably the regular Steelman thing. But watch out for the second episode of Ultimate Team 2, and also
on the Steelman Gaming.
Also, the third thing that's coming out is a Forza Horizon thing. I just wanted to warn y'all that everything's coming out all out like once, just bang, bang, bang. But
sometime this weekend, probably we're looking at Ultimate Team. Maybe next week, early next week.
And the Shadownick channel is going to try to post every other day, so we're going to try to get like maybe the Half-Life series going. Then I'm going to start.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
If you guys want to give me suggestions, maybe put it down in the comments or go over to my channel, say hi or something. Subscribe to both of ours. But all I had to say that because I'm starting it up. But I guess we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.